So how did everyone go with the blue moon? Um, Once in a blue moon, they say. In my case, I got incredible clarity. Excuse me. I may have even woken up when it was at its peak. Um, and effectively, from there, I didn't sleep much. But the clarity it gave me, excuse me, the direction, um, the decisiveness, all those things just sort of fell into place, and I was able to step back from certain things and know what the path forward is. There's been so much uncertainty and complications, and this is the stuff of life. But putting your energy into things where you can't really because you're at full capacity, sometimes you do need to step back. You need to look at the whole setting and go, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do. Well, this is what I can do for now, and this is what I can't do for now. So, right now, what I can do over the next few days is to continue packing. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it quite slowly. Um, I'm also still eating properly. I guess I'm eating a lot of dal. It's pretty easy to make. I don't want to buy too many new things because I'll be out of here in like 3-4 days. Um, but yeah, it will happen. I've given up stressing. I've given up thinking about money as well. Thanks to anyone who has donated to the GoFundMe campaign. I think that it's fine the way it is, and we'll get through. Yeah, I mean, initially I felt like it was the most stressful time in my life since my mum died, and maybe that's actually an overstatement because it just brings up lots of the mental instability that went along with care and having something dramatically change. And it's akin to having the rug pulled out under your feet. When you think you're in control and you're steering in one direction, there should have been a lot of lessons that I learned from that experience, and I did. But then when it's in another area of life, you don't always make the direct translation. Um, but why death by 1,000 mental cuts? There's no point. The other really funny thing, brain fart moment, is I thought I'd entered a poetry competition. I think back in March, and I didn't do it properly. So that means I'm not in the competition. So I didn't even have to think about whether I'll win or not. Because I probably wouldn't, right? But the great thing is it's off the list and it's available for something else. So these are the way you roll with the so-called punches, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like Tara Brush and her radical acceptance, her reign. Who knew that it was always coming back to Buddhism? There's actually a Tibetan Buddhist meditation center that's closer to the house I'll be moving to. I think it's really time. Yeah, it's really time. It'll give me my peace of mind and allow me to just settle. Yeah. So I do have scheduled a time where I'm just sort of away from all screens and away from electronics, away from work, and so on. It's special leave? No, personal leave, that's right. And I'm checking into a mental health rehab facility. Now, it sounds scary. It's not Bedlam, yeah? It's not Anne Sexton's Bedlam. It's not McLean Hospital of the days of the bell jar. It's yoga, it's good nutrition, it's having someone else take care of things for you for 3 weeks. And I just have been holding up, in some ways, as they say, more than half the sky, and it kind of came crashing down on me. And so I need to have some wisdom, some centering, and then hopefully I can come out of that and go into what they call back into the community transition period and take up the exact practices and settle back into life. Because I saw the burnout coming. It's not, I don't even know if burnout is the correct phrase because I several years ago was diagnosed with CPTSD, and some of you have watched my videos know about the history behind that. No need to go into it now, but it's all about management, and when things happen or coalesce in a particular way in your life, your nervous system can really get hypercharged, and it's really hard to downregulate when you're having to troubleshoot and you're really, hyper aroused. Your nervous system's on fire. It's not good for the body. It's not good for the soul. And I want to do good things in this world, or continue to do good things in the world with others as well. I want to help turn the tide against the alt-right. I want to be in the right place for when I'm called to that, to get involved in politics. One thing the citizenship ceremony taught me is just how important it is right now for us to really energize and break down those discourses that are anti-migrant in this country and that blame housing insecurity on migrants. Migrants live with housing insecurity. They're not rich. I'm living with housing insecurity. I'm not blaming migrants. I'm married to a migrant. They have so many disadvantages, that most people who reiterate this discourse have absolutely no idea. I teach in a unit called Experiences in Multicultural Australia, and we really pick apart some of these things. In some other news, just moving along, it looks like the school's going to support me so I can do my grad cert, which is shorter, in counselling. So I can build on the peer support work I've been doing for a while, which I'm doing again, by the way. And it's been such an eye-opener and such a learning curve for me. I find out so much more about the way in which different segments of our community are caught in the crosshairs of different institutions that supposedly exist to assist, but can exacerbate things and go through housing crisis, go through the experience of racism, homophobia. I want to train up more, and I'm really pivoting on the idea of doing Masters of Social Work qualifying. Of course, this doesn't have to take away from my academic work. Indeed, this can be a path of professional training, but it's really important for me to give back to community and, also build on my own life experience, but be willing to listen and learn and troubleshoot for other people as well. It's giving back, right? I have privileges, I acknowledge that. I didn't always. So, I really get the circumstances that people go through that lead to things like homelessness or cycles of abuse as well. It's really important to pay attention to what's going on and to be as active and proactive as possible and to respect collective life in the face of indifference. And I think that is some of the expertise that I bring and that I can build on. So this is a great path. I'm just really astonished the school is willing to make room for me on this. I will also be joining a psychosocial evaluation committee. And so all along I'll just be able to connect these things both in the university and outside. This is what gets me out of bed, believe it or not. The sense of doing something worthwhile. And I also like relaxing, right? We all do. I want to see, I think it's called Project Hail Mary. Has anyone seen that? I got to have some time, when I move, to just have a friend over, settle in, and just enjoy some of that kind of experience and have a housewarming. What do you think? Anyway, I'm going to sign off because I can feel that night's getting on and I'll probably have an early night again. But I hope you're all well, and Tune in next time if you can. Take care, everyone.